is up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the TechCashHouse for another video here today. As always, folks, I hope that all of you are having an awesome one. Now, in today's video, I want to go ahead and discuss another John McAfee opinion. That's right, another John McAfee opinion. I'll be bringing all of you some more John McAfee realness because I always enjoy doing that. He's currently still in the Caribbean, I believe, but he's gone dark for a little while. So I want to go ahead and reference this tweet just because I think it's a really good piece of advice. And honestly, if you're someone who's holding long term, if you are a hodler of cryptocurrency or Bitcoin, this is absolutely something that can save you a lot of grief. Hodling for a long period of time can be difficult. You know, it can be tempting to sell out or sell off. And I want to go ahead and discuss this because this is something that I have referenced in the past. This is something that I have used in order to hold on to my investments for longer, especially during periods of uncertainty, especially during periods of cryptocurrency decline, or even extreme crypto growth, because it can be really tempting to simply look at the money that you've made or look at the money that you've lost and decide to sell out. So anyway, I'll be bringing all of you another John McAfee opinion, my own opinion tied into all of this, and hopefully you find it informational and helpful. As always, folks, if you do, dropping the video a like really helps a ton. It is greatly appreciated. And as always, let's see if we can get Mr. John McAfee 150 likes or 200 likes even. Let's go for 200. Why not? 5,000 views, and let's go ahead and break this down. What exactly is so important to avoid when you are hodling Bitcoin or hodling any other cryptocurrency? And I'm sure many of you are familiar with hodling. Hodling simply means holding long term or holding long. So it's when you're holding an investment for a longer period of time instead of just trading it back and forth on a daily basis or even a weekly basis. Just wanted to go ahead and clarify that. I'm sure most of you already know that. But anyway, folks, let's go ahead and break this down. So I have always said that one of the most important things to do when the cryptocurrency market declines or when the price of Bitcoin or any other major crypto that you're holding falls, one of the best things that you can do is simply not panic, okay? Just remain calm. Now that goes for pretty much any situation anywhere. You know, obviously not panicking is always good. Remaining calm and resolute is always a good thing to do. But sometimes when you're holding onto an asset that can either make or lose you money, panic selling is very tempting, okay? Say, for example, you bought Bitcoin at, say, $5,000. Now, obviously, the price right now is not $5,000, but I want to go ahead and reference that anyway. So say you buy in at $5,000 and the price suddenly slumps to $3,000. You might look at that and think, well, it's already dropped $2,000. I bought a whole Bitcoin. I'm already down $2,000. I might as well sell out to avoid future loss, right? And wrong. That's not right at all, okay? Although it is very tempting from a psychological perspective to look at that and think, I need to cut my losses now before I lose even more money. But here's the thing with Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Because they are fundamentally different, because they are fundamentally new, they are not like stocks, okay? So, for example, if you bought a stock and it lost 60% of its value in a couple of days, that stock would probably take maybe a decade to recover if it ever does. The thing is, with cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, etc., you know, we see a lot of price fluctuations even on a day-to-day basis. So if, say, for example, your investment dropped from $5,000 down to $3,000 and you panic sold, you have successfully lost $2,000. But then, a couple of weeks later, the price is at $8,000 or $9,000, and that is not at all unusual with cryptocurrencies. Seeing that much growth or that much fluctuation in any given period is nothing out of the ordinary, which is why panic selling with cryptocurrencies is so bad, okay? Because if you look at your investment dip, which it often does due to volatility, due to, fluctuating prices and general price craziness, and you're hung up on that and you look at the price movements too often, you're going to end up losing money because you're going to be very tempted to sell out at any given time. So that's the first piece of advice that I really want to bring to all of you. Never panic sell. For the reason that I've just stated, for the discussion that I've just brought to all of you, do not panic sell cryptocurrencies because, if you get into it with the mindset that I'm just trying to make a quick buck, I'm just trying to make some quick money, it's not going to work out as well, okay? Cryptocurrency is really all about commitment and dedication, especially because it's such a new thing. The potential for cryptocurrency to grow is absolutely gigantic. It is huge, okay? I cannot state that enough. But if you're constantly checking the charts, if you're constantly hung up on what cryptocurrency is doing on a moment-to-moment basis, holding long-term is going to become very, very difficult. So the second tip here that I really want to bring to the table is don't check your investments too often. Don't check all that often, because over the long term, cryptocurrency has really good returns. But over the short term, it can be very volatile. So checking too often can be very discouraging and can lead you to make poor investing choices. I have always said that investing is done with the head and not the heart, okay? You want to make sure that you're making logical investment decisions. You want to buy in at the best time, mathematically speaking, not when you feel best, but when you know best. And you want to sell out at the best time for you to make money, or whenever is best for you to sell. You need to think logically about investing with cryptocurrencies, and hodling is all about logic. It's not really about heart, it's about looking at things from a mathematical perspective and realizing that yes, over the long term, cryptocurrencies have really nice returns. So anyway, guys, that's enough of a tangent for me. I want to go ahead and get all of you John McAfee's opinion. Yes, that's right, Mr. McAfee's opinion. I want to go ahead and read that off, kind of give you some info, and let's look at what exactly he is saying in regard to panic selling, in regard to selling cryptocurrencies. Let's go ahead and take a look. So McAfee says here, and I quote, "Do not, under any circumstances, panic at any drop in price, sudden or otherwise. Surely I've demonstrated that short-term fluctuations have absolutely no meaning. Just check the price once every 2 or 3 months if you want to be pleased each time you check." And I really like what he's saying here. Just check every 2 to 3 months if you want to be pleased with what you're seeing, okay? Because generally speaking, over 2 to 3 month periods, cryptocurrency tends to, level off and tends to do pretty decently. But when you're checking every minute, when you're checking every 5 minutes or 10 minutes, you tend to get discouraged because the price moves so wildly. Like he said, surely I have demonstrated that short-term fluctuations have no meaning, okay? So these short-term movements of Bitcoin's price do not matter, okay? They exist, they are there, and if you look at them too often, you are going to become discouraged. And I do get that sometimes, it's hard to avoid cryptocurrency news. Obviously, if you're subscribed to this channel, you are getting cryptocurrency news on a daily basis. And that's okay, it's good to be informed. And to that end, I will say that being updated, every day is not a bad thing. But checking the price, going to Coinbase, for example, and checking the price every few minutes is not healthy, okay? You're going to become distracted. You're going to look at that and you're going to think, man, the price is moving a lot today. Maybe I should sell. Maybe I should buy more. Just relax, put whatever you can in, relax, and hold on, okay? That is my best advice that I can bring to all of you. And that's pretty much what McAfee is saying here, okay? Relax, check the price every couple of months, or every week, and calm down. Checking it extremely frequently if you're not day trading or trading often really isn't good, okay, for hodling. If you're trying to hodl and hold long term, then you really need to make sure that you aren't being overexposed to Bitcoin's direct price. Once again, news, information, all of that is good stuff, okay? But just avoid looking at the price every few minutes because it can be so tempting to sell, especially if you're using Coinbase or something like that where you have the option to sell right away. Try to avoid that. Just remain calm, stick to your guns, and relax. For example, I personally know that cryptocurrencies are going to do very well in the future, so I'm not worried about checking the price every day because it's not really that important. Now, obviously, I do check the price every day because I'm updating all of you with news and with information, so I've got to stay informed myself. But generally speaking, taking a bit more of a backseat in terms of price checking is a fine thing, okay? Remain calm, hold on, and just relax. I really like McAfee with him saying this because It's honestly so true. If you've ever held any investment long term, you know it can become difficult. And then the Crypto Lounge actually commented on this tweet, which is pretty funny. They said, I refresh CoinMarketCap every 2 minutes, which is all too real sometimes. So I thought that comment was pretty funny. I want to read that to all of you. John McAfee also stated, below the tweet here in another response, he stated, did it burst or was it merely compressed, in response to someone talking about a simple cryptocurrency bubble situation. And then he said the effor's reversal, okay, except he said something else, to me, looks like an arrow going backwards as the bow is drawn. Those who understand bows and arrows know that the further back the bow is drawn, the further the arrow will go. And then he said you're using the wrong math to the person that accused Bitcoin of being a bubble beneath the tweet. And then he also said in another response, and I quote, to someone saying that short-term traders hate this trick, which is once again pretty funny, he said, not my responsibility to smarten people up. Short-termers and short sellers are acting on traditional stock market principles, and this more or less approximates the current crypto market because functional value is around 0. As functional value grows, traditional formulas will become impotent. In other words, as the functional value of cryptocurrency grows, the price rise is going to be astronomical. So anyway guys, that is some more McAfee realness coming to all of you for today's video. As always folks, if you enjoyed it, go ahead, drop the video a like. Let's see if we can get Mr. McAfee lots of support, and thank you all for watching. Anyway folks, remain calm, keep holding those coins, relax, don't panic sell, and I will see all of you in the next video. Have a good